Two American legends, two very different personalities, but one big question: which classic car actually makes sense for value, price, and long-term investment? The Chevrolet Corvette and the 1969 Dodge Charger are not just muscle icons, they are rolling assets today, and their prices are proving that classic cars can outperform many modern investments. In this video, we start with the Corvette story, breaking down why collectors are willing to pay serious money for it and why its value keeps climbing. The Chevrolet Corvette, especially from the 1963 onward era, marked a turning point where America proved it could build a true world-class sports car. The 1963 split-window Corvette is already a holy grail, but even later C2 models set the foundation for strong investment value. What makes these Corvettes special is their balance of design, performance, and rarity. Original engines, matching numbers, and clean restorations significantly increase market value, making condition everything in this segment. When we talk about price, entry-level Corvette values are no longer cheap classics. Depending on condition and originality, prices can range from around $40,000 to well over six figures. Top condition examples with proper documentation continue to break records at auctions, showing steady appreciation rather than short-term hype. This stability is what attracts serious investors, not just car lovers. From an investment perspective, Corvettes benefit from strong global demand, not just the US market. Parts availability, strong community support, and historical importance reduce ownership risk compared to many other classics. While maintenance costs exist, the long-term value trend remains upward, especially for well-kept examples. This makes the Corvette a smart blend of passion and profit, setting a high benchmark before we move on to the second legend in part 2. The Chevrolet Corvette also benefits from a strong and continuous brand legacy. Because the Corvette name never disappeared, demand stays consistent across generations. New collectors trust the brand, which helps older models hold their value. This ongoing interest keeps prices stable and supports long-term growth, making the Corvette a smart and reliable classic car investment. The 1969 Dodge Charger is not just a classic car, it is a cultural symbol that represents the peak of American muscle car dominance. From the moment it appeared, the Charger stood out with its aggressive body lines, hidden headlights, and wide stance that instantly communicated power. Unlike many classics that are loved mainly by collectors, the 1969 Charger is recognized even by people who are not car enthusiasts, which plays a huge role in its long-term value. Iconic movie and TV appearances turned it into a legend, and that emotional connection keeps demand extremely strong decades later. When we talk about value, the 1969 Dodge Charger sits in a premium position among muscle cars. Its value is driven by rarity, engine options, and originality. Models equipped with big block engines like the 440 Magnum or the legendary 426 Hemi are considered top-tier investments. Matching numbers, factory options, and original paint or interiors dramatically increase worth. Even base models have seen consistent appreciation because collectors want the shape, the sound, and the history, not just raw performance figures. Price-wise, the Charger market has changed completely over the last decade. What was once an affordable muscle car is now a serious financial asset. Entry-level restorations can start from $60,000 to $70,000, while well-restored or original examples easily cross the $100,000 mark. Rare trims and Hemi-powered Chargers can reach several $100,000 at auctions. These prices are not random, they are supported by strong buyer demand and limited supply, as many Chargers were raced, modified, or lost over time. From an investment point of view, the 1969 Dodge Charger offers something unique: emotional value combined with financial growth. Investors are not just buying metal, they are buying nostalgia, pop culture, and sound. Muscle cars like the Charger attract buyers who are willing to pay more because they grew up dreaming about owning one. This emotional factor makes the market more resilient during economic slowdowns compared to lesser-known classics. Another major advantage of the Charger as an investment is its global appeal. While it is deeply rooted in American culture, international collectors also actively seek it out. This global demand helps protect prices and creates competition at auctions. Strong aftermarket support and reproduction parts also make restoration easier, which encourages buyers to invest without fear of parts scarcity. However, originality still matters most, and untouched or correctly restored cars always outperform heavily modified ones in value. Ownership costs should also be considered when looking at investment potential. Maintenance, fuel consumption, and insurance are higher compared to modern cars, but these costs are often outweighed by appreciation. Unlike modern vehicles that depreciate, a well-kept 1969 Charger has a strong chance of increasing in value year after year. The key is patience and proper care, treating the car as a long-term asset rather than a short-term flip. In the long run, the 1969 Dodge Charger stands as one of the safest bets in the muscle car world. Its design is timeless, its history is unmatched, and its demand shows no signs of slowing down. As fewer original examples remain and new collectors enter the market, prices are expected to continue rising. This makes the Charger not only a dream car but also a powerful investment choice, proving that some legends don't just live on the road, they grow in value with time. One more important factor that strengthens the 1969 Dodge Charger as an investment is how it represents the end of a golden era. The late 1960s were the last years before strict emission rules and rising insurance costs changed muscle cars forever. This makes the Charger a symbol of unrestricted power and freedom, which collectors highly value. Cars from this era are no longer being replicated in the same spirit, so their authenticity cannot be replaced. Because of this, collectors often see the 1969 Charger as a once-in-a-lifetime ownership opportunity, and that scarcity mindset continues to push demand and prices higher over time.